So let us learn about fluid connective tissue. It is also called vascular tissue. It is one of the type of connective tissue, and it consists of fiber-free liquid matrix, which is called plasma, and also living cells, which do not produce the matrix. So it includes two types: blood and lymph. Blood and lymph. So let us learn about blood. What is blood? Blood has plasma and formed elements, red blood corpuscles, white blood corpuscles, and white blood corpuscles and again granulocytes, agranulocytes, and the granulocytes, agranulocytes again they are divided. Next, blood placements, blood platelets, they are called thrombocytes, and lymph. So let us learn about blood. So blood is red color. It is opaque and alkaline fluid. It is called hematology. Okay, the study of blood is called hematology. What it is, blood is a tissue. It will circulate throughout the body through cardiovascular system, and it is composed of blood plasma and formed elements. So it is composed of blood plasma and formed elements, and RBC, WBC, and platelets. So the plasma. So blood consists of plasma, right? So plasma consists of 55%, constitute 55%, and 45%, and other cells 45%. So out of in blood, plasma is 55%, and other cells are 45% of total volume of blood. Okay, the total volume of blood in adult human, it is 5 to 6 liters. So in adult human being there will be 5 to 6 liters of blood. And how much will be the percentage by RBC? It is called hematocrit value or packed cell value. So the percentage that will occupied by RBC, it will call hematocrit value or packed cell volume. So let us learn about plasma. Plasma, it is called full matrix of blood, and it contains of 92% water and 8% solutes. So major part is water and minimum is solutes. Solutes will include plasma proteins, mineral salts, nutrients, gases, excretory waste, enzymes, and hormones. So plasma proteins, it includes albumins and globulins, and blood clotting protein as fibrinogen and prothrombin. So plasma proteins includes 4 types: albumins, globulins, and clotting proteins as fibrinogen and prothrombin, and also anticoagulant heparin. These all are produced by liver. What albumins, globulins, fibrinogen, prothrombin, and heparin, these all are produced by liver. Okay, so globulin. What are globulin? Plasma protein include globulin, right? So globulin are formed in the liver and lymphoid organs. Where we find globulin? In the liver and lymphoid organs. And what is albumin? Albumin is smallest and most abundant serum protein. It is smallest. It would be small, and it is an abundant serum protein. It is mainly responsible for colloidal osmotic pressure of the blood. So maintenance of the osmotic pressure, it will be responsible. So fall in the levels of albumin. Suppose if the albumin level is decreased, it results in edema. Edema is the accumulation of fluids in tissue. So sometimes we will find that our legs are swollen, right? It is due to the falls in the level of albumin. Okay, so globulins are 3 types. So globulins, there are 3 types. They are alpha, beta, and gamma. So gamma globulin, the third one, gamma globulin are the antibodies, also called immunoglobulins. So we will call gamma globulin as immunoglobulins. Okay, so as we will study plasma protein. Plasma protein are acid-base buffer. What are acid buffer? Acid here is weak acid and basic conjugate base. Okay, so they maintain the pH of the blood. So how much pH they will maintain? 7.4. Okay, so what are the salts of blood plasma? They are chlorides, bicarbonates, sulfates, phosphates of what? Sodium, potassium, calcium, and magnesium. So this is about plasma. Let us learn about formed elements. So what are formed elements? Formed elements include erythrocytes, which is red blood corpuscles, leukocyte, white blood corpuscles, and platelets. So the process of formation of blood cells is called hemopoiesis or hematopoiesis. So how the blood cells are formed, that process we'll call as hemopoiesis or hematopoiesis. In the earlier stages of embryogenesis, Blood cells are formed from the yolk sac megacytes. Suppose now embryogenesis means when before the embryo is formed. On these earlier stages, it is formed from yolk sac mesoderm. So in the mesodermal layer of the yolk sac, these elements are formed. Blood cells are formed. So later on, the liver and the spleen serve as temporary hematopoietic tissue. So as the embryogenesis develop, so later what liver and spleen will serve as temporary hematopoietic tissues. Okay, these will use in the formation of the blood. So in the final stage of embryonic development, in the last stage and after the birth, and in the final stage, red bone marrow is the primary site of hematopoiesis. Hematopoiesis is formation of blood cells. So in the later stage, in final stage of embryo, when the embryo is so mostly developed, and after the birth, red bone marrow will be the site of hematopoiesis. So what is hematopoiesis? It is the formation of blood cells.